Good morning. Good morning. It is Friday, June 26th, and it's Franklin, Massachusetts, and we have a little bit of cloudiness going on and a little bit of rain, but not a lot, although we do need the rain. But it's summer, and that's what we're doing. So I'm very happy to be here with you this morning, and I hope you're with me. And if so, pop on and say hello. That would be very nice if you do that. I've been playing with my lights once. I play with my lights all the time. But I think it's good today. I think it's pretty good. So if you're with me, do pop on. It's always a concern that that me and technology are friends today, and I think so. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. Let us start. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, my friend from Canada. It's nice to see you popping on this morning. How are you? How's Beth? How you doing up there in the north of us? We're hanging in here in the United States. Anyway, so this week I showed you two cards. Two different, very different cards, but can be used for any kind of occasion at all. So let me bring those in and show you what they are. So this card, you know what, and I apologize because I cannot find the demonstrator who did this. It bothers me that that's what happened, and I have no clue who that person is. I think I wrote her name down, but anyway, it's not my design, but I love it. So what she did was she just took a base, and then she took 3 different embossing folders and took a piece of paper, embossed them, blah, blah, blah. I'll explain that in a minute, but look at how cute. And then the stamp set was Garden Gatherings, which I absolutely... Hey, Nancy, good morning, my friend. Thank you for joining me. And so that's that card. And then this card, talk about easy, but elegant. This is probably the fastest and easiest card I've ever made in my Stampin' Up! Career of 23, almost 24 years. Anyway, I'm going to show you how to make this one first because I am. Okay, so this is a base of Very Vanilla cardstock. So let me bring this in, my base. Here is my base of Very Vanilla. Obviously it's an 8.5 by 5.5. I've scored it, and I'm going to fold it. Let me move this out of the way so we have plenty of room here. And then I'm just going to take my bone folder, my trusty bone folder, and make sure I have a lovely crisp fold here on both sides like that. And then what I did was I took a piece of metallic gold paper. This is a 5 1/4 by 4. And I'm now going to adhere it to this. I'm going to use my adhesive. You can use whatever you want. You could use Tombow. You could use Stampin' Seal. But, I'm kind of a snail girl, so that's what I've got. So let me put this on. Let me make sure I have it the right way. And I have to make sure it's even east and west and north and south. I know that's Beth thinks that's kind of funny. It is kind of funny, actually. All right, but there's that. So then what I did was I took this beautiful embossing folder. This is called Floral Spray. It's quite large. It's beautiful. Let me put it this way so you can see. Well, let me hold it the right way. Not that there is a right way, but there's that gorgeous flower and other little flowers and lily of the valleys and sprigs of greenery and little stars. It's just beautiful. It's exquisite. So I took this and I ran it through a piece of paper, which is 5 by 3 3/4. And when I did this, I actually centered it so that I got this large flower in the center of my cardstock, as you can see. So now I'm going to put this on here with some adhesive. And again, you could use whatever you want. You could use Tombow. That would be a great one to use. But when you do, just make whatever adhesive you use, make sure that you put plenty of it on because this has a lot of contours to it. And here we go, east and west and north. Nothing on Facebook. What? Oh my gosh. It says I'm connected to Facebook. Oh, Jan, thank you for telling me. Oh, gosh. I don't get what's going on over there. Nancy, where are you? Are you on Facebook or are you on YouTube? Anyway, okay, so there is that. And then what I did was I took the envelope and I ran it through just the envelope flap. I don't know what that little finurity was. Just the envelope flap to get a little bit of impression on this envelope flap. And then I decided this is going to be a sympathy card. So I took a very old stamp set. This is called Close as a Memory. and I used this with Heartfelt Sympathy. And I just stamped it in Basic Black. I'm going to add some adhesive to this, like this. Nothing on Facebook. Oh, Nancy, where are you? Where are you watching from? All right, now I'm going to put this on so that two sides are exactly where I want them. And then I'm going to take my little snip. I'm on Facebook. Oh, good. Oh, well, that's good to hear. Thank you so much. 2 of each card. Okay, Nancy. All right, so let's put this in here, and I'm going to trim this out. I love this little trimmer. I wish we sold them. Okay, this needs to be removed a little bit more. You know, this is where the eyeball comes in here, where I do it. Oh, that's perfect. Now I'm going to take this side and trim this out just to give this a little bit of a perimeter of gold metallic, like such. And this, oh, I trimmed this out just a little bit too much. So I'm going to come over here and take another little smidge, like a 1/64 of an inch off. And let's see. Oh, look at how perfect that is. There we go. Now to this, I'm just going to add some dimensionals. And probably I'll do 4. Because I can, whatever. And again, when I have, actually I'm going to do 5, because when I have a card that has an embossing folder that has a lot of contour to it, I want to make sure that this layer that I'm putting on is secured on the whole thing. So this is just easy to do, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 dimensionals, which I did. And I'm going to put this on right here on the lower right hand side like this. And let's bring it down just a little bit more. And this card is done. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's just elegant. Now the inside, I don't know what I'm going to stamp yet. Although this stamp set has some really pretty, this one says, your loved one will always be as close as a memory and the God of all comfort as close as a prayer. So that's a lovely message. This one too, earth has no sorrow that heaven cannot heal. That's a quote from Thomas More. So anyway, I'll decide what I'm going to put on that. But there is that. Easy, easy, easy. That didn't even take me 5 minutes. Okay, so now the next one is this one. And again, I apologize because I don't know the name of the demonstrator that I copied this from, but I just think it's absolutely cute, adorable, cute, cute, cute. And once again, it can be used for any occasion. That's another thing. I like cards that have that ability. You can use any occasion that you want. So this again, 8.5 by 5.5 scored, blah, blah, blah. And here is my nice little fold like this. And like this. Now, as I said before, I took 3 embossing folders. I took Dainty Diamonds, Lovely Stripes, and Forever Plaid. I took a piece of cardstock, 5.25 inches by 4. I ran each through the embossing folder, and then I cut them up into 1 1/4 inch width by 5.25 inch length. So here they are. So now I just have to decide where I'm going to place them. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like this, which is exactly what I did on the sample. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put the left one on, the left panel on first. And on this one, it really doesn't matter. You can use either side, whatever is your fancy. And I'm going to put this one on so that it's equidistant, just about 1/8 of an inch on the left-hand side, and the top and the bottom. Get that on nice. There we go. And now I'm going to take the other stripe. This is Forever Plaid. And oh, you know what? Oops. Do you see this? Do you see this little overhang right here? Now that is annoying to me. So I'm just going to take my cutter, my little cutter, and bring this in, and I'm going to trim this out so that this is even with the top panel, because that would annoy me. There aren't too many things that annoy me in the Stampin' Up! World, but that is one of them. So there we go. Now I'm going to take this panel and I'm going to add some adhesive to this, like this. Perfect. And now I'm going to place this on the other side. And you notice I turned it upside down because I want to make sure that I get it even. And that's the best way that I can do it with my eyeballs, like this. Okay, there's that. That looks good to me, like this. Except Now when I bring it this way, it's off a little tiny bit, a little schmidjola here. So I'm going to bring this back in on my little trimmer, and I am going to trim this out. There we go. Perfect. Oh, much better. All right, now I'm going to take the center panel. This is the Dainty Diamonds. This is a really beautiful embossing folder. And you can use whatever embossing folders you have. There we go. All right, now this is going to go right in the middle. And I'm going to make sure that I get it so that the top is even with the two panels on the left and the right. And there's equidistance between each panel on the left and the right. And there we go. So there is that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the stamp set, which is, let me show you the stamp set. This is Garden Gatherings. It's so cute. Love it, love it, love it. So I use this vase, whichever. I use this greenery, and I use these flowers right here. So in my sample, I use Strawberry Slush, Balmy Blue, and Precious Pine. Peaceful Pine ink. I'm going to use the Peaceful Pine ink, and I'm going to use two different colors. So I'm going to bring in a piece of scrap paper, and because these are photopolymer stamps, I'm going to use my Pierce pad. And the first thing I'm going to do is take Secret C, and I'm going to stamp the vase, the vase. All right, so there is one like that, lovely. And I'm going to stamp it again like this. Perfect. All right, we're done with that. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my greenery, and let me get that over here. And I got to show you a little trick about this. I'm going to use this beautiful Peaceful Pine. It's such a pretty color. Whew, I love it. And I am going to ink this up, and I'm going to stamp this just like this on my vase, like that. There we go. And then I'm going to take, let's see, I have to take this, oh, I'm confused. Don't be confused, Barbara. Wait a minute, I think I have to do this again. Yeah, I have to do this again like this. Yes, okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to close that up, and I'm going to bring in Crisp Cantaloupe. I love this color. And I'm going to take the flowers. Now, there are 4 flowers here, and there are 3 dots, which are the actual centers of the flowers. So I'm going to ink this up, and I'm going to bring it in. Now, I have to probably move it so you probably are seeing the top of my head, but it has to go just like this. Perfect. Okay, sorry about that. There we go. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute, let's do this one again. Why did that one come out so bubbly? That's crazy. Huh. Let's try it again. All right, here we go. Here and here. There we go. Oh, much better. Okay, now let me close this up and bring in my little cutter, because we have to cut these out. And I'm going to explain what I did here, because the whole idea is I want to make sure that these flowers, the stems, look like they're actually in the water. Oh, you know what? I forgot to put the water in. I got to put the water in. So let's do that. Okay. So I'm going to use Pool Party on this, and I'm going to ink up the water level, and I'm going to bring it in. Wait a minute. I got to get this over here. Because it's a photopolymer, you have to use, you don't have to, but I like it because I just think it gives it a much better impression, and the ink goes exactly where it's supposed to go. All right, there we go. Perfect. Now, see my little vases, my flowers are in the water, which is exactly where I want them. All right, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little Stampin' Trim machine, my little one, my baby one, and I'm going to, does everybody notice that I have new plates for this? Yup. All right, so I'm going to take this one, and I'm going to cut this one out. Oops, wait a minute. Yes. Oh, you know what I did? That's all right. No problem. Not to worry. So I stamped the wait a minute. I stamped the, there we go, the water level in the wrong one. Not to worry. I'm going to take this, run this through. Now, There we go. And here is my flowers. Now I'm going to take this one again, and this time I want the just the vase. Just the vase. So there's that. Because you'll see what I'm talking about in a minute. This might be a tad confusing at the moment. And you could do it a different way, but this I want those stems to actually look like they are in the vase. And this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, so there we go. Take this out, put this back over here, because God knows I don't want to lose my dies. I've done that before. Okay, so now I have the vase, and the vase has the little stems in it. Let me move this out of the way. All right, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this, and we need to add some water because they're not going to survive unless they're in water. So let me bring this back, and here we go. Ink this up. I'm going to stamp this just like this. Perfect. Look at that water level. All right, now I'm going to take my flowers, and this is what I'm going to do. You see? I'm going to attach them like this so that it looks like the flowers are right inside the water vase, just like that. Because if I did it the other way around, there's no way I can cut both of these out at the same time. So this is how I do it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over. I'm going to add some adhesive to this right down the center of that vase, because now I have to make sure that I get my flowers exactly where I want them. Those stems are just like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Now I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to put some dimensionals on this. Now, what did I do with the dimensionals? They're right here, okay? So I'm going to put probably, I don't know, we'll see how many we're going to put on. Again, I want to make sure that it stays nice, and I have to make sure that I put dimensionals on top of the backs of those stems so that they are nice and secured. And I'm going to put one right in here. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So let's take these little papers off. There we go. Is there anyone have a fun thing planned for this weekend? I've got a fun thing planned for the rest of today. All right, so wait a minute. Oh, before I do this, before I put this on my card, I'm going to take some really pretty crisp cantaloupe. Look at how pretty this twine is. This is an oldie but a goodie. I don't know how old it is, but I saw this and I said, you know what? This is absolutely perfect for this, bow that I'm going to make. So I'm going to put it here. It's a little tricky that I did this. So let's see how I can do this. Let's see. We're going to do it this way. I should have not taken off the papers on my dimensionals, but you know what? It's not a problem. It's not an issue. There we go. All right, so I'm going to do this, and I'm going to very carefully make a nice little bow. And I'm working on the silicone pad because remember, the silicone pad is our friend. When we use the silicone pad, it allows us to work with adhesives and not necessarily get adhesives messed up all over the place and making messes on our cardstock. So look at that. I'm going to tighten up this bow just a tad because I don't want those loops quite as large. I don't want it to overpower the beautiful vase that we have here. I'm going to trim this. I probably could have gotten away with a lot less of a piece, but anyway. And now I'm going to very gently pick that up right off my silicone pad, and see, it doesn't affect that adhesiveness at all of those dimensionals. All right, so now I'm going to bring in my base, and I'm going to put this on like about right here. How pretty is that? Oh, love it. And then we're going to add some pearls. These pearls were from a kit. And I had leftovers, because you know with the kits, you always get leftovers, which I really appreciate. Thank you very much, Stampin' Up! So now I'm going to take some of these pearls. I'm going to take 3 of them. And these I'm going to put on here, one right here. Look at how pretty that is. And here's another one right here. And then I'm going to put, you know what? I'm going to put a couple down on the message. Now the message, I'm going to use... what I'm going to do is, where is my little piece of paper that I had here? I am going to, let's see, I love Banner Sayings. This is a great stamp set. And so I've already done Happy Birthday on one. I think I'm going to do Thanks a Million because I can always use thank you notes. So let me take out this Thanks a Million. Let me see where that is. Of course, it's always easy if I read it not upside down. Where is Thanks a Million? Where is Thanks a Million? Huh! Well, it looks like I have lost that stamp. Oh no, I don't have Thanks a Million. Where did it go? Well, you know what? Consider yourself tugged is what we're going to do. Oh, that is so sad to me. I have no idea where it is. What the heck happened here? I'll find it. I'll find it. All right, I'm going to take out a block. I'm going to put this down right here. This is the easiest way. If you put it on your grid paper and then come in with your block, and perfect. And now I'm going to go back to my Secret C ink, which I love this color, love it. And I am going to take this and add a little bit right here. Consider yourself tugged. Oh, lovely. Came out nice. Now I'm going to take a die. I'm going to take one of these dies from the Sweet Words and Labels. This is from the Silly Old Bear set, which I absolutely love. Look at all the dies that you get in this. But I'm going to take this small one and we're going to cut that out just like I did with the first one. You bring this back up, move this over. Bring this in here. There we go. And you're going to be able to choose whatever words you want because there are plenty of words to choose from. A lot of my peeps just bring them home without words on because then when they decide that they've got somebody that they're going to be sending a card to, they can just pick out a message that they have from their collections. All right, so there's this. And let me move that over there. Look at how cute that is. Let me get this back in here. And now I am going to put this on. I'm going to actually put this on just flat because I have my vase up on dimensionals, but this is going to go on flat. There we go. I can't believe I lost that other stamp. Well, yes, I can. All right, so this is going to go on just like this. There we go, like that. Perfect. And then to this, I am going to add a pearl on each side. And I'm going to put it right here. And I'm going to put it right here. Now, I know in the art world, odd numbers are best. But for some reason, I can't see where I put another flower, another pearl. Can you? I can't really put it on this or this because those are closed up flowers. They're not as open as this. So I'm okay with this today. I'm okay with this. But the last thing is, of course, Winky. We have to add some Winky to these flowers. Look at how pretty. This pops that color. Isn't that gorgeous? Can you see how pretty that is? Oh, Winky. You know what I could have done? I could have used the Crisp Cantaloupe Shimmer pen, which I just might do. So let's add a little bit of this to the stems. Actually, you can use both Winky and Shimmer. You can. And now the water obviously has to have some color to it, have some shine to it. But you know what? Let me just see where my Crisp Cantaloupe is. Is this it? That's Golden Glow. Nope, I want Crisp Cantaloupe. Oops, wait. It's right here. Whoa. Okay, so let's just take this and add a little bit of crisp. Oh, look at that. That does make it look even nicer. Isn't that pretty? Can you see the difference? I'll hold this up to the light. I will hold this up. Oh my God, that is so pretty. Oh, I'm so glad Stampin' Up! Came out with these. They are beautiful. And apparently, the rumor has it, we hope, that we're going to get more in different colors. But look at how pretty that is. Okay, let me bring this up to the light a little bit more. Can you see? Isn't that pretty? Look at that. Ooh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Consider yourself hugged. So that is it. These are the cards that we're going to make for next week. You can choose whatever colors you want. Thank you, Jan. I hope you have a great week too. Thank you once again for joining in. And here is the other one, the easy peasy one. So these are what we're going to be doing for next week. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about my kit club. I sent out a newsletter a couple days ago about my kit club, and I just want to show you the cards that we're going to be using. So the kit club is going to be every single 3 Wednesdays in a month, the first 3 Wednesdays of each month, and you have to let me know, like by today, if you want to be involved with the first one, which is going to be the Pretty Party kit, which is this right here. This is it. Pretty, wait a minute, let me bring this over. Let me see what happened here. There we go. Let me bring this over. So this is it. This is the Pretty Party kit. And these are the 3 cards that we're going to make. Look at how pretty these in real life, they're absolutely gorgeous. I think they're gorgeous on film too, camera too, but look at how pretty. Beautiful, beautiful, and easy, easy, easy to make. So there's one. So you make 9 cards with this set. This set is a stamping set. So you have not only the you get the ink pad, you get the stamps, you get the block, you get all of the supplies, including all the adhesives and envelopes that you need to make these 9 cards. So there are those. So that's the first week in July, the first Wednesday in July. Then the second Wednesday in July, we're going to be doing the scenic scenes, which I am so enamored with. I love, this kind of reminds me of hillsides in Scotland or Vermont or wherever, but look at how beautiful these are. And they're popped on with strips of dimensionals, with dimensional strips, and it just gives it that image of being on a wall somewhere, a beautiful picture. I just love them. So this is the second one that we're going to be doing, the second week in July. And then the third week is going to be, this is so stinking cute. This is called Road to Christmas Kit. Look at how cute these are. You get 8 cards in this kit. This is a non-stamping kit, meaning that you get all of the supplies that you need and you don't have to do any stamping. And here is one card that I made this morning. This card right here, I made this. Look at how cute this is. Isn't that adorable? It's got this red truck, Chevy truck with presents in the back. It's got the snow-laden road with the beautiful Christmas trees. Isn't that beautiful? And this is a no stamping kit, so you get all of the ingredients that you need to make 8 of these cards. So that's what we're going to be doing in July, starting in July, the first 3 Wednesdays of the month. And each week, I will put out posts to the kits that I'm going to be using for the next month. So if you are interested in that, there's information on my newsletter that I sent out a couple days ago, so just let me know ASAP. So that is it for today, my friends. I hope you've had fun. I truly appreciate you popping in and being with me on this Friday morning. I love the cards that we're going to be doing next week, and I hope to see you either long distance request or in my studio on Monday and Tuesday to make these beautiful cards. I hope you have a great weekend. I hope it's going to be lovely weather for all